if you guys are unaware, I'm currently reading I Hear the Sunspot Theory of Happiness. I'm on to chapter 6, which is the final chapter, and it's so good. It's just as good as the first volume. I love it so much. It's so good. There are people saying that it's not as good as the first one, that because of the character that's introduced in here, it kind of spoils the story for them. But this series has such a real look at disability and how it affects all levels. It's just so good. It just treats it in a way that I've never seen a book treat disability before, and I love it so much. And while the character is a bit annoying, the new character, I really like her, and I just really like the story and these characters.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing I Hear the Sunspot Theory of Happiness. Now, if you remember, if you've been here for a while, you know that I loved I Hear the Sunspot. It was one of my favourite books of this year, and now the series is now one of my favourite series of all time. And so when I finished this one, I had it on my list. The next time I went down to Sydney, this one would be the first book that I bought. And I bought this along with the Poppy War and a few other accoutrements, but this was mainly the one that I had on my to-buy list. And recently, after I finished reading all these fantasy series, I picked this up and it just made my heart sing. The basic premise of I Hear the Sunspot is that a boy named Kohi, who is this one, is hard of hearing. He's not completely deaf, but he does have significant hearing loss. And because of that, he can't hear people really well when they speak, but they always just assume that he can hear. So he's never really been social because of that. And then he meets Taichi. And basically, there is a friendship that builds in this volume, and this volume addresses disability as something that's a mundane thing, but it leaves room for discussion about it because not everyone is accepting, but those people aren't major bits of the story. And I loved it so much. I felt represented in the way that Kohei thought about his disability, about how he was going through all this. Good dog, good puppy. Want to say hi to the peoples? You want to say hi to the peoples? Hello, this is Tilly. She's a new puppin that we've got. So she's been assisting me with videos and that. Alright, come on, I'll put you down. Good girl. Good girl. So that was the first volume. The second volume picks up with the first one, left off completely. In this one we do get alright, I'll play with you in a sec. In this one we do get more of there is this person called Maya who has a crush on Kohei, and obviously she's portrayed as a villain, but she's not really a villain. She's just a girl with a crush who's jealous of the friendship between Kohei and Taichi, even though it's clear that Kohei loves Taichi very much. And this one in particular, there was a really great scene that I just found so good, and it was that Taichi, he doesn't know what he wants to do. He's just doing college to find out what he wants to do with his life, which is totally okay. He stumbles upon this agency that's building out to be a service for people who are hard of hearing or are completely deaf, and provide them with services, but they mainly focus on people who are completely deaf. And Taichi basically says that no matter at what level of hearing loss, everyone needs support, and you shouldn't just cut out one group of people just because another group of people's situation might not be that bad. And when that happened, I could have screamed in happiness, because that is a conversation that I feel needs to happen. Because you can say, oh yeah, well, you know, this person obviously needs more support than others, but we all need support. It's not like this shit goes away, people. I need support, this person needs support, everyone needs support. And denying access to that support just based on the fact that my situation is not as bad as some other people's situation, it rubs me the wrong way. And I don't like when businesses do that, because it's like, oh, you're not a teenager or a kid anymore, you're an adult with a disability, now go off into the world and face the world without the support that we've been giving you as a child and teenager. Anyway, I don't want to go on that. That's a video for another day. So that was basically it, and there was a resolution at the end which was perfect. And then originally I just thought this was a duology, but there's a third book coming out in November, and I'm excited, and I love this series so much. I would highly recommend it. And the romance between, the friendship is blossomed into romance, and now I had so many good feelings And another scene I want to talk about is near the end, where Ko, he, and Maya are talking about, they're just wandering and talking, like they're walking back home. And Ko discusses how he hated his life and hated his disability, but since meeting Taichi, he's seen his life and his disability as something of worth, and that he is on the way to not necessarily liking, but accepting his disability. And that just made me... that just made me like just tear up, because for so long that was my way of thinking. I hated my life. I hated that my disability was part of my life. But since having and gaining and meeting friends, old friends, new friends, just having these people in my life has just made me appreciate my life so much better. And I love my family, but just the way that he felt just captured the way that I felt personally. And it was so nice to see my experience represented in a book, and I just love it. And like, there's all different tabs because there's like beautiful moments and beautiful illustrations, and this series means so much to me. It's like one of my favorite all-time series. So that was I Hear the Sunspot Theory of Happiness. These are, I believe, available at Kinokawa in Sydney. I don't know where else they're available, but that's where I got mine. So if you were there, pick them up. They're really good. I highly, highly recommend these two. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!